Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Monday, March 27th, 2017, and I am Mckenzie Jordan. Today's top stories consist of a local constable being hospitalized, ongoing immigration struggles, and altered trade deals. These stories and more coming up next on Texan TV. For campus news, we turn to Danny Hernandez for some information on the campus garden.
Thanks, Mckenzie. So I'm actually out here at the Sustainable Teaching Garden off of Lillian Street. You can see Honors Hall right behind me. What this place actually is the Department of Agriculture came up with an idea to plant, to have a garden that students can come harvest plants and use for themselves. It's completely free. They don't charge you anything. They encourage actually for students to come help and to be educated on how to harvest and grow plants. They have lettuce, herbs, and they have peppers and some other type of plants like that. It started in 2014. They produce plants and they use them in food classes and in the food pantry that's here at the school. They actually have a project working with the food pantry, coming up with a food recipe so that students can come harvest and use plants that are grown here and recipes that they can make themselves for dinner. And if you want more information about this, Dr. McKeon is the head of this little department, and you can email her at Paula McKehan at tarleton.edu. Thanks to you. Back to you, Mckenzie.
In local news, according to Flash News Today, an Erath County constable was struck by a car Friday after he stopped to assist at the scene of a crash involving a car and an 18-wheeler on State Highway 6 near Hallsburg Road east of Waco. The westbound car rear-ended the 18-wheeler at around 1 p.m. Friday. Shipper was on his way home from constable training in College Station when he observed an accident south of Waco near Marlin. According to Texas DPS Sergeant D.L. Wilson, Shipper exited his vehicle in order to render aid and he was struck by another vehicle. However, upon returning home to Erath County, Shipper's condition worsened and he went to Texas Health Harris Methodist Hospital in Stephenville, where he was evaluated and sent via air ambulance to a Fort Worth hospital with a spinal injury. As of 11:15 p.m. Saturday night, Shipper was listed in serious but stable condition. Sergeant Wilson said Class C charges will be filed on the driver of the vehicle involved in the accident. And now today's Texas national and international news from the Associated Press. Authorities in Fort Worth say federal immigration agents arrested 26 parolees living in the country illegally as they performed community service. Tarrant County Sheriff Bill Wayburn tells KXAS-TV his office participated in Sunday morning's operation at the request of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. As ICE spokesman confirmed the operation but didn't provide additional details. Wayburn says those arrested were convicted on high-level misdemeanors or low-level felonies and were released from jail by mistake. The families of the detainees have been notified. The sheriff says they were taken to an ICE facility in Dallas for processing and more information will be released. Colorado is considering an unusual strategy to protect its marijuana industry from a potential federal crackdown, even at the expense of hundreds of millions of dollars in tax collections. A bill pending in the legislature would allow pot growers and retailers to reclassify their recreational pot as medical pot if a change in federal law or enforcement occurs. Marijuana analysis says that if the bill becomes law, Colorado would be the first pot state to take action to protect producers from a federal drug crackdown. A bill pending in the Oregon legislature aims to shield the names and other personal information of pot buyers by making it illegal for shops to keep an internal log of customers' personal data. In international news, New Zealand and China say they plan to renegotiate their 9-year-old free trade deal. The countries made the announcement Monday during a visit by Chinese Premier Li Keqiang, New Zealand Prime Minister Bill English, and said the deal had been a huge success and resulted in trade between the countries tripling. Li also praised the deal, saying it was the first that China had signed with a developed nation and remained the most advanced. New Zealand hopes that a renegotiated agreement would allow it to sell more dairy products to China. China would like to erase a small trade deficit it runs with New Zealand by selling more of its products. For more of today's national and international news, we turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. President Trump is set to announce a new White House office run by his son-in-law, Jared Kushner. It will try to use business ideas to overhaul government functions. Cincinnati police are searching for suspects in the nightclub shooting that killed one person and wounded 15. Authorities say several patrons were having a dispute inside the club early Sunday, and it turned into a shootout. Anti-corruption protests were held in dozens of cities across Russia on Sunday. Hundreds were arrested. And strong winds and large hail hit North Texas and southern Oklahoma late Sunday. At least one funnel cloud was spotted close to Ada, Oklahoma. Shirley Smith, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
With March Madness almost at its end, the final two teams left are South Carolina versus Gonzaga and Oregon versus North Carolina. In Tarleton sports, sophomore Rosellis Williams was crowned champion in the high jump finish with a jump of 6'11", tying a career best. Williams also set the new meet record at the West Kitley Invitational with his finish. Zachary Pratt threw the shot put 52 foot 4.75 inches, which gave the senior a second place medal at the meet. Pratt also finished 6th in the hammer throw. For today's weather, we can expect it to remain sunny with a high near 79 and north wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. As the day continues, it will become partly cloudy with a low around 58 tonight. This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Watch us live on Apogee Channel 2.1 in the dorms at 12:30 weekdays. If you live off campus, tune in on Northland Cable Channel 9. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of your latest local, state, national, and international news. Today's broadcast was produced by Sydney Burns, Rebecca Hernandez, and Danny Hernandez. Have a wonderful day, Texans.